Welcome to another episode of A One Man of 1,004 Bumps. This week was a quick week as well. Had smaller numbers, I think, as we get into WrestleMania season. A few people are overseas, a few people have exams, so there's less numbers to get to training, unfortunately. But the numbers that we had have been okay so far, and a lot of people are also preparing for the upcoming event that's coming up next week, and that shall be good. And looking forward to next week. I won't have an episode, it looks like, because of the event. It'll be delayed till the week after. I'll have a lot to talk about that week, because we're also doing a training session with not TNA anymore, but Impact star Robbie E. We're going to be doing a session with him, and that's something to look forward to. A lot of what our work has been now, and it seems to be going into the future, will be, and especially after they finish the event, we'll be working a lot in the ring. Today we worked a lot on outside the ring. We worked on sunset flips, getting that prepared. In the ring, a lot of sort of linking the moves that we've been doing recently together. So we had shoulder tackles we did again today, but combined with a cover or a pin in order to sort of get those chains moving so we can get towards looking like a match. We also started taking bumps together and working on the timing there, and about adjusting in sort of mid-move to make sure that you're landing in the ring at the same time. Also watching some of the more advanced guys do salters, which is the front flip bump in the ring as well. During Sunday's lesson, it was just more of the same as well. There was a few of us there. A lot of it was done in the ring, doing shoulder tackles and taking the bump there. So you're linking, sort of sending from the ropes to the shoulder tackle, which is a similar bump, to the clothesline, to the big boot, to all those moves, and learning to sort of step into those moves in the ring so you can get your positioning, your body positioning right. Outside of that, we didn't really have much else, but we're working very hard towards the next event. Again, that'll be coming up on Thursday. So that's something to look forward to. And also, I don't know what my position will be during that one. Obviously, last time I had the cameo of the run-in, which was fun. I only found that out on the day, and hopefully I'll get to do something similar. Who knows, though? They'll probably keep me out in the crowd, and that's perfectly fine. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to sort of see if, because I've been watching YouTube videos recently of Robbie E, and see what to expect when he gets here. I don't know if it was maybe just the videos that I saw. I didn't see any of his work in TNA or Impact or anything like that, which is kind of funny because I know him more from his time where he was on The Amazing Race with a Girlfriend. So I'm probably going to ask him questions about that. Probably more than I'm going to ask him questions about wrestling, because I don't know any of his work in wrestling. I have seen a few of his videos where he was sort of doing a bit of a backyard fighting, and it's interesting now that I'm doing training and sort of learning what you're supposed to be doing. I'm seeing more about like how backyard wrestling is different. I used to think that it was just a more extreme form of wrestling, but I realized that there is a technique that is missing. Backyard wrestling is a different style of wrestling. Backyard wrestling is literally throwing yourself around without much sort of care. And you can do that, but you're going to kill yourself after a while. Whereas the technique in professional wrestling, which is what I would label the difference between, say, WWE and sort of the styles of companies that work sort of more inside a ring and on technique-based wrestling and building storylines through that, is more the style of there's a technique, there's a flow, there's also a safety element of it, rather than I'm just going to throw myself off. And I think it also makes sense now more to me why calling Mick Foley a glorified stuntman was such an insult, because to me that a backyard wrestler is essentially an amateur stuntman. Now that I'm sort of learning more about the moves of the wrestling. The guys that do in their backyard are just looking to jump off a roof, and I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Whereas I feel a bit more controlled and safe. I'm okay to step into a shoulder tackle or a clothesline. I'm more confident in the person I'm going against, whereas I feel like if I was in the ring with one of those guys doing the backyard wrestling, I don't know if I'd want to take that. But yeah, no, I saw a few spots with him in backyard wrestling. It didn't look particularly tough. It was a lot of time talking and a lot of really stupid promos. But I mean, look, it's sometimes what you're gonna do. And there was a lot of storyline that I think I had to watch episodes before Robbie got onto there to sort of understand what was going on. There was a lot of sort of crazy stuff, and a lot of just guys handy cam recording a wrestling ring, and it wasn't particularly good, and yeah, it wasn't enjoyable to watch. But look, that's what some people are into. So that was more the backyard style. It'll be interesting to see what happens when he gets here, and obviously the training will be of a different style, more sort of set up and things like that. Aside from that, WrestleMania is this Sunday, so it'll be interesting to look at that and how that's set up. A lot of stories have come out. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe at this point in time. But you know what? As much as it's not the most exciting card, it's still a WrestleMania. It's still something that the WWE continues to deliver on. So you know what? They've been doing this for so long. I'm willing to wait, give it a chance. And if it's bad, then it's bad. But I'm willing to still hold out the belief that it could be good, because there's a reason that they've been doing this for 30 years. And that wraps up this week of a Man of 1,004 Bumps. Like I said before at the start of the show, we will be off next week because of the event on Thursday. So I won't have anything to talk about. However, I will be back with you the following week to discuss not only next week's trainings, the event, but also I will be talking about the session with Robbie. I will be talking about the training sessions after that. I will be talking about the follow-on from the event, and hopefully by this time next week I will also have details about more details about the Academy show, which I will be a part of, but hopefully we'll have more details about that because it'll be after the next show. I don't know exactly what the format's going to be going, but we're getting ready for it and it's getting closer, so that's always good. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Take care.